Hey everybody, Brian Docker here, Citizen Credit Solutions, and as you know, I fix people's credit so they can go on and enjoy the life that they truly deserve. And I love doing it. You can probably tell that I love fixing people's credit. So, like I've said before, I've got about 80 different topics I want to cover. We're starting with the basics. The credit pie chart. Today we're on part 2 of the credit pie chart, which is your credit usage. So 35% of your credit score is made up of paying your bills on time. 30% of your credit score is made up of how you use your credit. So we're up to 65% of your credit score just on those two things. But what is credit usage? Credit usage is how much credit you are using, and it is particularly specific to revolving credit. What is revolving credit? Revolving credit is credit cards. Okay, so what you always want to do is you want to stay below 30% of your credit limit. So let me just explain that. If you have a credit card that has a $1,000 credit limit on it, you don't ever want to go over $300 of usage on that credit card. You can go to $299, but don't go over to $301, because I can guarantee you that as soon as you go over 30% and that gets reported to the credit bureaus, you're looking at a significant drop in your credit scores, possibly 25 to 50 points. And it depends on how much you go over 30%. Like if you go up to 99%, you could possibly be looking at a 90, 100-point drop in your credit score. So what does all that mean? Well, first thing it means is don't jack up your credit cards, okay? If you have balances on your credit cards, pay them down to zero, okay? Zero. Pay them down to zero is your first step. Do not close your credit card accounts. Keep them open, okay? Do not close your credit card accounts. Keep them open. Pay them down to zero. You will see an immediate boost in your credit score. I mean, this is actually really simple. The easiest thing you can do to boost your credit score is pay down your credit cards. That is the easiest way to get a boost in your credit score. I know that, they have this thing called Experian Boost on the TV commercials, blah, blah, blah. I can trust you. That's just a trick to get you to go to their website. The number one way to get a boost in your credit scores is to pay down your credit cards. So, and with that being said, occasionally you want to carry a balance on your credit card over a reporting period. That means for more than 30 days. What do I mean by balance? Go get a tank of gas. And then when you get your credit card bill, don't pay it all the way down to zero. Make the minimum payment. Let that balance carry over for one reporting cycle, and then pay it back down to zero. That's going to cost you, 10 or 15 cents in interest to do that. But the reason you want to do that is because if an account goes for 12 months without any balance on it, it becomes a stale account. It doesn't help your credit score as much. It doesn't hurt your credit score, but it doesn't help your credit score as much as an account that is being used. So here's the deal. Keep your credit cards down at zero, or keep them at $1. Use them occasionally. By occasionally, I mean once every 3 or 6 months. Let that balance carry over for 45 days so that you make sure it gets reported to the credit bureaus, and then pay it back down to zero. Let's talk about installment credit. Installment credit, revolving credit basically is like you have an open credit line, like that credit card's got a $1,000 credit line on it, and you can charge up to $1,000 on it and pay it back down to zero and charge it up and pay it down. Installment loans are like a car loan or a mortgage where there's a set amount that you borrow, there's a set payment that's paid every single month. Part of that payment goes to interest, part of that payment goes to the principal, and you pay it down over time. That's installment loan. This credit usage is really specifically to revolving credit, which means credit cards. So what you want to do is do not pay your credit cards. Do not jack up your credit cards. Don't go over 30%. If you have a $500 credit limit, don't go over 150. Always keep it below that, and just keep in mind that your credit cards should be for emergency use anyway. You shouldn't be using your credit cards and carrying balances on them, because I know the deal. These credit cards have 29% interest rates on them, and you got $1,000 credit limit. You run it up to $700-800, and you make the minimum payments, and you never pay. It just never gets paid off. And those credit card companies are making crazy amounts of money off of the interest that you pay. So, with all that being said, okay, don't jack up your credit cards. Keep them below 30%. Keep them at zero. Okay, and remember that 30% of your credit score comes from how you are using that revolving credit. Okay, if you're at 90-95% credit usage, I can guarantee you're going to drop 90 to 100 points on your credit score. So keep your credit cards open. Don't close them. Keep them down at zero and save them for a rainy day. Okay, so that is your lesson today on the second part of the credit pie chart, credit usage. I will see y'all again on Friday. And as always, peace, love, and good credit. Thank you.